I've made it. So recent events have made me think about my bug out bag a little bit more, and it's made me think maybe we should put a video out to maybe help you guys along if you're trying to build a bug out bag, or just kind of give you some ideas and show you what I have in mind. So first off, when talking about a bug out bag, you need to think, where are you going to bug out to? If you're crafting a bug out bag and you don't have a location in mind, I wouldn't say it's useless, but it's right there at it, because honestly you have no idea how many days to prepare for, you have no idea where you're going, you need to have a plan in place. So for us, we have a few bug out locations close to the house within a 10-mile radius, and then we've got a bug out location that's really ideal for us around 30 miles out. So we need to craft a bug out bag in order to reach that 30-mile location, which is where we'd rather go. And that's going to be about anywhere from 1 to 3 days for us. So I need to have at least 3 days worth of food, shelter that I can get by in for 3 days, and basically communications, ammo, things along those lines. So let's check it out, see what I got. I'm using the 3-day. Now guys, I'm not really too concerned with the color of this pack as far as, taking the gray man approach, because honestly, I love the color, first off. And second off, in a bug out situation, anybody with a backpack on is a target in my opinion. On this side, I have 2 AR-15 magazines, fully loaded, 30 rounds. This is kind of like backup supply for my gun. I don't plan, honestly, if I'm just trying to get out of town, I don't want to be noticed. I don't want to talk to anybody really, I just want to go. Don't plan to use these, obviously, but I want them there just in case. On the opposite side, I have my BK9. Great tool. It's a one knife solution, guys. This thing can do it all. Down here, I've also got a Leatherman Super Tool 300. In my mind, this is or my opinion, the most beefy. Just honestly, guys, the Leatherman is just going to stay there with you no matter what. Down here at the bottom, I've got another Smith & Wesson 45 mag, 10 rounds. And that's all on the outside of the bag. Again, I don't really want a whole lot outside of the bag, nothing really sticking out far. I reckon we should start up here with the admin pouch. So, it's a lot of stuff in here, guys, a lot of stuff, but I think you'll find out really quick that it's useful in here. First off, we have the Sawyer water filter. Now this thing it's amazing. It's good for 100,000 gallons. I mean, guys, this is just the best water filter to go for, especially in a situation like this. Next up, I want to have something to be able to see during the night. Now, honestly, if you're trying to lay low, again, you might not want to use a white light or even a red light. But again, still, sometimes you just have to, guys. And it's good to have the red light function as well, because it's a little less visible to the eye. But again, I don't want to use that, but again, if I absolutely had to, I've got it there. Sewing kit, guys. You might not think about it, but there are some things that can just put you down. And having ripped up pants, ripped up shirt, even socks. Think about it, on the trail, you get a huge rip in your socks. It can be a very uncomfortable hike. Stitch the sock up while you're laying low, and you'll be set. Kaminga compass, guys, this thing is just awesome. Help you find your way, help you get back on the trail. Good to have. 25 feet of paracord, mil-spec stuff. Great to have. Plenty of uses for that. Up here, again, guys, I mentioned before I want a tourniquet, but I still have not got one. So I'm gonna look into getting one of those pretty soon. But up here, I just have some large gauze bandages. These are US issue, come in the old jungle first aid kits. Just different types of field dressings here. I want some quick access snacks up at the top. Peanuts, Tootsie Roll. Got 2 maps, laminated North Carolina map, and then a whole United States map. And then lastly up here, something you might not would think about, hand sanitizer. Guys, if you've cleaned a fish, which honestly, again, 3 days, probably not gonna catch a fish, not even gonna try really. But, you know, you get your hands in something, even something as simple as pine sap, guys. Hand sanitizer, get it off, can really make your life a lot better. That's all I've got up here in the admin pouch. Again, pretty simple layout. It's packed full, but honestly, everything in there is useful. Now moving on to the main up here. Up top, I want quick access to my poncho. So if I had to throw this thing on while it was raining, I've got that right up top. This is also a primary thing that I'd be using in shelter building. Setting up some kind of A-frame shelter low down to the ground. And this of course is camouflage. So if I had to, I could dump my gear real quick, throw this over it, maybe, you know, throw some pine straw leaves on top of it as well, and have a quick down and dirty camouflage cover. Max bag right here. Got some great stuff inside of here. Right up top, Schmog. You guys have seen us use this a lot. If it's a little cooler outside while I'm down in my shelter with my poncho liner, wrap this around my neck, wrap it around my body just a little bit, just to provide a little extra warmth. Or even soak this in water, wrap it around your neck on a hot day. It's a good thing for sunshade. You can wrap it around your head. Plenty of uses for this thing. Got a gas canister, and we've got the stove in a separate location. You're going to want a good hygiene kit. This will be the difference between having a somewhat comfortable hike versus a completely miserable hike. Chafing will stop you in your tracks, both on your feet, on your legs, anywhere. So I wanted a very simple, this is a simple boo-boo kit right here. Band-aids, burn cream, also got antiseptic wipes, alcohol wipes, and the Neosporin packets. I've also got Vaseline for that chafing that I just mentioned. Neosporin also works well for chafing, and I've got some of that in there. Tylenol packets, Alka-Seltzer for heartburn, things of that nature. If you just got a bad stomach, take one of these and it'll help you out. Deodorant bar, keep you clean. Toilet paper, very important. For long-term bug out, you might want something like rags just to wash out, but toilet paper for short-term. Another deodorant bar. Fingernail clippers, ingrown nails will put you down. Very important. Dentifix. Also got a fold-down toothbrush with toothpaste. Now, in here is the bulk of what I've got going on in the bottom of this kit. It's only 2 items. First off, kind of stuffed a poncho liner down there. No matter what time of year it is, this thing can come really big handy as far as when you're creating a shelter, keep you nice and warm, or at least to make it where you can survive the night. Again, not necessarily trying to be the most comfortable here, just trying to get through those 2 or 3 days to get to my bug out location. And at the very bottom, got the improved bivy cover from the United States Marine Corps, their new system. This thing is great, repels rain perfectly, and honestly, you combine the bivy cover with the poncho liner, Schmog maybe wrapped around you, and a poncho set up over top, you're gonna have at least a survivable night of sleep, and it'll be something that you can get by in, that's for sure. Dad and I talk about all the time making your packs flotation devices, and having dry bags on the inside is one of the ways that you can do that very effectively. So that's one of the reasons that I dry bag at least most of my main gear on the inside compartment.
Because you never know when you're going to have to cross a body of water.
That's right, you never know when you're going to have to cross a body of water. Got the hydration bladder in here from Camelback. And again, if you're going across a body of water, fill the excess up in here. So you see we've only got a little bit of water in there. You can pump the rest of this up with air to inflate it, and that'll help create a more buoyant pack. Down here on the inside, I believe we just have a strap in here. And you'd be surprised how many things you see. A lot of pine sap and stuff on this. It can help you out a lot when you're having to move something big. Might not have to do that in the 2 to 3 days, but it's good to have just in case. Now, down at the very bottom here, right off the bat, 2 AR-15 magazines loaded up. Just want to have those somewhat quick access. Again, I'm going to have 1 in the gun and 4 on the pack. 2 on the outside, 2 in here, and then more on my carrier. We'll go right here first. Very quick, basic fire kit. Again, 2 to 3 days bug out. Don't plan to start a fire at all. But if I do, I've got a very thick ferro rod on the inside, fat wood to help me out, and a lighter. So this should cover me, no problem. A smaller blade is just the BK11. Love this little thing. And it just works out great as a smaller blade to the BK9. Now, what we've got here are my 3 main meals. So these will be my 3 dinners. These are MREs. And inside of this, Stanley Adventure Cup. You got coffee, hot chocolate, tea in this little container. 2 more packets of peanuts. And basically here are my 3 breakfasts. 3 packets of oatmeal, sealed up in this because obviously if water gets in here, it'll soak your oatmeal and it'll basically make it unusable. So I want to have packaged oatmeal sealed up. Might even need to do another bag or 2 on top of this to completely make sure that it's sealed up. Got a Pop-Tart in here. 2 more things of peanuts. And basically, I had the quick access at the top. These are more buried down inside of the Stanley Adventure Cup. And then we've got the gas stove to actually go on top of the propane canister. And that's the wrap, guys. That's everything. Completely empty the bag. And honestly, that's all I need. Let's see really quick here, how many packs of peanuts we have. Just to give you an idea of kind of what I might try to do for a lunch. Got 4 packs of peanuts and a Tootsie Roll. So basically, as far as food goes, we've got the 3 MRE meals for dinner. Maybe try to make a lunch out of these. Maybe doing some sort of a combination. Maybe even using the Pop-Tart for a lunch one of the days. And then we've got 3 packs of oatmeal. And throughout our bug out location, the plan that we would take, no matter which way we go, we're always going to be somewhere near water. And that's great because using all these meals, you're going to have some kind of water to heat them up. Now obviously the MREs are already cooked. You can just eat those just like they are. It'll be terrible because they're cold, but hey, you could always do it. Packaged peanuts, obviously don't have to cook those. So immediately, if I had to drop any weight in this kit, it would be the stove and the gas canister. Because honestly, these aren't essential parts of the kit. Other than that, guys, I don't know what else I would drop. Without a doubt, I have to have food, water, and ammunition. Absolutely have to have those in this kit. So everything else onto that is just, well, I also have to have a shelter. Everything else onto that is just extras. So having those 4 things is essential in this kit, but everything else could be dropped if I absolutely had to. But everything I've got in this kit comes right around 25 pounds packed. We've added a little more ammunition since last time. You remember the old 3-day video. The bug out kit that I had in that is very similar to this. I've added a few things, took a few things out, changed it around a little bit. But this, in my mind, is the perfect bug out kit for 2 to 3 days, and for me. Because honestly, I have, again, the bug out location preferred about 30 miles out. And again, you're gonna have to think you're going on foot. You're doing about 20 to a good day you can get 30 miles in, because you're walking about 3 to 4 miles per hour. But with having to go slow at some spots, having to just go in the morning and at night, you're looking at, again, maybe if you just had to go in the morning and night, 10 to 15 miles a day maybe, because the length of the day is missed there if you're laying low. So again, might still be anywhere from 1 to 3 days of stay. So I want to have a kit that can at least get me through that until I get to my location with more food, shelter, water, that sort of thing. So as an optional shelter item, you have the teacup right here. It's a very rugged, great system to use. Another optional system, you could go with the Katoma bed net and their rainfly. You could also go with something like a tarp. Or, in my case, just a poncho, which has the same functionality as a tarp. An additional piece of gear that's not actually part of the bug out bag, but it is part of my bug out system, would be this Botox body armor. It's budget, it's cheap, but you know what? It gets the job done. And I love it because it's nice and slick, it's covert, kind of keep it under your jacket, under a shirt, something like that. We're not going to shoot this because Mr. Guns and Gear already did that for us. And again, hey, we like to save money, so
We'll let him destroy his gear.
yeah, that's right. Anyways, this is part of the bug out system as well. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you've got some inspiration from this. Maybe it's getting you think, where would you bug out to? Or do you have everything on hand just to grab and go? Hopefully it's got you in that mindset. It's a good thing to start thinking about. You never know. As always, may the wings of liberty never lose a feather, and God bless.